Millions of years ago, rain could make survival much harder. So why does it make so many of us feel sleepy today? The answer isn't as simple as you might think. Have you ever noticed that the moment rain starts falling, your eyes somehow begin to feel a little heavier? It happens so often that many people assume rain itself has some mysterious power to make us sleepy. But scientists think the real explanation is much more interesting than simply blaming the weather. To understand it, we have to travel back to a time when every storm could completely change the way humans survived. Long before houses, umbrellas, or waterproof jackets, rain could completely change an ancient human's day. Heavy rain made hunting more difficult, reduced visibility, and forced many groups to search for shelter instead. Inside a cave or beneath a rocky shelter, the safest choice was often to wait until the storm passed. Instead of constantly moving, people often spent more time sitting together, talking, repairing tools, or simply resting. That doesn't mean rain evolved to make humans sleepy, but rainy days naturally encouraged quieter, less active behavior. Even today, when rain keeps us indoors, our routines often become calmer, quieter, and more restful than usual.
If rain didn't evolve to make us sleepy, then why do so many people experience exactly the same feeling whenever a storm begins? One important reason is sound. The steady rhythm of rainfall works like natural white noise, masking sudden sounds that might otherwise keep your brain alert. Rain also cools the surrounding air. A slightly cooler environment often helps the body prepare for sleep by supporting its normal nighttime cooling process. Storm clouds block sunlight, making the world darker. Lower light levels can encourage your brain to prepare for nighttime, even before the sun has completely set. When you combine softer sounds, cooler temperatures, dimmer light, and fewer reasons to stay active, feeling sleepy becomes much easier to understand. Now, imagine a rainy afternoon nearly 100,000 years ago. There were no houses, no heaters, and no waterproof clothing to keep ancient humans dry. Once they reached shelter, there was often little reason to waste energy outside until the weather became safer again. Instead of chasing animals across wet ground, they conserved energy by staying warm, eating, talking, repairing tools, and waiting together. Today, we often do something surprisingly similar. We stay indoors, grab a warm drink, curl up under a blanket, and slow down. The world around us has changed dramatically, but many of the situations that encourage rest and relaxation still feel surprisingly familiar.
Your brain doesn't simply react to rain. Instead, it constantly reads dozens of small signals from the world around you without you even noticing. The sound becomes softer, the light becomes dimmer, the air becomes cooler. Together, these changes tell your brain that it's time to slow down. None of these signals guarantee that you'll fall asleep, but together, they can create an environment that feels calm, comfortable, and easier to relax in. That's why not everyone feels sleepy when it rains. Your daily routine, stress level, and sleep habits also influence how your body responds. So the next time rain makes you feel sleepy, remember that your brain is responding to an entire atmosphere, not just falling water. In other words, rain isn't pressing a sleep button inside your brain, it's creating the kind of environment your brain naturally finds relaxing. That's why a rainy afternoon often feels completely different from a bright, noisy, and busy summer day. Your ancestors experienced those same environmental changes, even though their world looked completely different from ours. Technology has transformed our homes, but it hasn't changed the basic way our brains interpret comfort, safety, and opportunities to rest. So maybe the next time you feel sleepy while listening to the rain, you'll remember that your brain is reading a story written long before cities ever existed. The next time rain begins tapping against your window, pay attention to how your body reacts before you even think about it. You might make a warm drink, grab a blanket, or simply feel less interested in rushing through the day. Those simple choices may feel ordinary today, but they happen in environments that have encouraged humans to slow down for thousands of generations. Rain doesn't magically make you sleepy. It simply creates conditions that your brain has learned to associate with rest, comfort, and safety. What's your favorite thing to do when it rains? Let us know in the comments. And if you're curious about how ancient humans still shape your everyday life, don't forget to subscribe for more.